I thought I was done for the night, and I'm not, because a few minutes ago, the Horus Heresy cinematic trailer dropped, and I don't even know what it's about, except for actually the Horus Heresy. So, since it's only 2 minutes long, we're going to watch, we're going to react to it, then we're going to go back and break it down. I'm super excited. My name is Connor. I am a Marine Corps and law enforcement veteran, a science fiction, political, and philosophy nerd. Let's go!
I never wanted this. I never wanted to unleash my legions. Together we banished the ignorance of old night. But you betrayed me. You betrayed us all. You stole power from the gods and lied to your sons. Mankind has only one chance to prosper. If you will not seize it, then I will! So let it be war! From the skies of terror to the galactic rim. Let the seas boil. Let the stars fall. Though it takes the last drop of my blood, I will see the galaxy freed once more. And if I cannot save it from your failure, Father, then let the galaxy burn.
I don't think you understand how much I love this and how much it hurts me. I'm actually I'm experiencing all of the excitement and joy of the greatness of the animation, the details in the action, and at the same time, my heart is breaking because I know the lore behind this video. It jacks me up. So, let's go back and let me break down why this jacks me up. Let's go ahead and bust out the sticky notes. Let's write down little notes, and let's take a look. Oh my God, do I love this animation. Let's go.
I never wanted this. I never wanted to unleash my legions. Together we banished the ignorance of old night. But you betrayed me.
Right. So, the ignorance of old night. Let's take a look. So, we already see a downed Imperial Fist with a power sword inside his chest. Uh-oh, Space Marines are fighting Space Marines, because we can already tell that from the weapons. And, of course, I mean, like, the title and all that, but I'm just saying it's setting the scene. Horus Lupercal. I was like, you know, I know it said Horus Heresy trailer, but because I'm so used to seeing Abaddon the Despoiler walking around in similar armor, I was like, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Is it going to be a big Terminator? Is it going to be Abaddon? Or is it going to be Horus? But then I saw the mace, and I was like, please, God, be Horus. The reason why I'm saying please God be Horus is because unfortunately he's already corrupted in this state, but Horus Lupercal, Garavale Loken, and the Mournival and the Luna Wolves are legitimately my favorite legion and my favorite characters in the series, and it breaks my heart that there are not loyalist Luna Wolves. It breaks my heart that there are not a legion or a chapter that I can play and have the bone white or the royal white armor, and then have the Justarin Terminators in all black. I love the Luna Wolves so much based off of the early Horus Heresy books that it's actually like I said, it's a mixture of, oh my God, I love seeing this, and like heartbreak over what I'm seeing. So for the completely uninitiated, basically a bunch of psychers commit mass suicide. They become a demigod. They manipulate human events through the current era and into the future. I say they, but it's this like super being. Then there's a giant apocalyptic war. After humanity had already spread to the stars and conquered and civilized a decent chunk of the galaxy, and then this super being steps forward, unites humanity in a Mad Max world by creating genetically engineered super warriors known as Primarchs and Space Marines, and then he reconquers the galaxy by launching a xenocidal, meaning anti-alien campaign in order to reunite all of humanity. This is an atheistic endeavor, spreading the imperial truth, denying the existence of gods in heaven and hell and other planes of existence. Well, in this great crusade, it seems like everything is going swimmingly until those forces encounter demonic and godlike forces in the warp that materialize briefly in the realm, like in the material world, and then corrupt and influence the material world. Well, what happens is this gentleman, Horus Lupercal, was one of the greatest generals, a Primarch, a genetically engineered demigod raised from this original demigod known as the God Emperor of Mankind, and seeing the power of demons in the warp, he realizes that he's been lied to. And after being poisoned with a demonic blade, he is shown a vision in which the Emperor of Mankind has purged large swaths of his Space Marines. He has deified himself to be the one true God and has set himself in the center of humanity as humanity's God and a God of order. Well, this goes completely against the imperial truth. It goes completely against what the Space Marines were raised to believe. And not only that, Horus Lupercal, in order for this vision to be achieved, he has to allow himself to die. Well, instead of allowing himself to die, he says, fudge it, I'm going to pledge myself to the dark gods, become a power in my own right, and reconquer the stars for my vision of humanity. And so he recruits 9 other legions of Space Marines who are genetically engineered humans who become 8 foot tall, power armored, genetically engineered feats. I don't know how to describe them, but just everything that you would want to be in a power fantasy as a human being. He recruits 9 legions, so 700 to 900,000 Marines to his cause, and starts a civil war against 700 to 900,000 Marines and other imperial forces, and starts a civil war, and that's what the Horus Heresy is. Well, as if that wasn't good enough, okay, now let's move into what we actually saw. Horus, walking across the battlefield, his trusted mace in one hand and his lightning claws with a storm bolter on the other one, the Talon of Horus on another. A brave Imperial Fist Praetorian tries to take him out with a sword. And Space Marines are supposed to be pretty quick, but guess who's quicker? Primarchs. So easily captures the sword, swats it away like it's a child attacking him, and guts this Imperial Fist Praetorian. God, it's good. I could rant to you about lore for another 10 minutes, but instead of doing that, let's continue on with the animation.
You betrayed us all. You stole power from the gods and lied to your sons. Mankind has only one chance to prosper. If you will not seize it, then I will! So let it be war! From the skies of terror to the galactic rim. Let the seas boil. Let the stars fall. The it takes the last drop of my blood, I will see the galaxy freed once more. And if I cannot save it from your failure, Father, then let the galaxy burn.
Gods, I love it so much. Gods, I love it so much. You stole power from the gods and lied to your sons. This is the indictment of the God Emperor of mankind, that he made a deal with the dark gods. Several, actually. So, number one, in ritual suicide, he became a demigod himself. 2, there was a time in which his Primarch sons were still in their incubation vats, and he allowed the female sire of his sons, colluding with the manipulations of the warp, to seize his sons and cast them out into the galaxy. And he lied to them about the forces that threw them out there, because it was the powers of chaos, the ruinous powers, who did so, and he allowed it to happen. Not only that, but he told his sons upon reunification that these powers didn't exist, and, at least according to some speculative lore series, there were some sons who were never expected to succeed, who were always expected to be purged. So Perturabo, the Primarch of the Iron Warriors, for instance, he was always treated like shit and given the worst jobs. And yeah, he was like a mean bastard, but he was loyal to a fault and uncomplainingly took on the jobs required of his legion. And so it was his mistrust that drove him to rebellion. Then it was also, I think it was mentioned that, who was it? The Berserkers, the World Eaters, Angron. He was a Berserker enforcer who slaughtered planets and was designed for that slaughter. Well, the Emperor of Mankind, basically through his initial meeting, I won't get into all of it, but through his initial meeting, basically said it so they would never have a good relationship, and also just turned him over to his legion to do whatever they wanted to do. So that basically meant that, from my perspective, there was a certain amount of Primarchs that were supposed to remain loyal, a certain amount of Primarchs that he expected rebellion from, who were necessary to do the dirty work, but who would not live on into the Imperium of Man once the Great Crusade was complete. So, just seeing what we see here, rather than launching into other tirades, I love the regret of Horus Lupercal. I love that his sadness at being betrayed by his father drives him to do this and fuels his rage. It's part of the depth and beauty of the book series, is this sadness and regret and rage. We see Loyalist Imperial Fist going up against Sons of Horus. We see Warlord and Emperor-class Titans going up against each other. We see the original Horus Heresy era drop pods and tanks doing battle. And the reason why I say Horus Heresy is Warhammer 40,000 is set in the 40th millennium. The Horus Heresy is set in the 30th millennium. So you basically have older and yet very powerful technology that is available to Imperial and chaotic forces. From the skies of Terra to the galactic rim, this allows the setting of the Horus Heresy to be so broad in scope that if you wanted to play the tabletop, because this is a tabletop game, that you can set your tabletop at the Siege of Terra, in which these campaigns are conducted, or on the Galactic Rim, and it doesn't matter. You can set your own lore for what missions are being undertaken during this chaotic period. Let the stars fall. Let the seas boil, which speaks to the virus bombing and exterminatus of multiple planets in order to purge the traitor forces of loyalists. If it takes my last drop of blood, and then as he says, if it takes my last drop of blood, I will see the galaxy free, and if I cannot, then let it burn. Let the galaxy burn, I'm pretty sure, is art art done for Abaddon the Despoiler and Chaotic Forces, where they don't care. They just want to destroy the galaxy. And if I remember correctly, there were some volcano cannons from the Titans that took out Space Marines and melted them instantaneously. And then there was a naval bombardment that nuked a Titan. And so this is all to show the scale of power and technology that is available to humanity is unimaginable from our current perspective. And this is part of the appeal for science fiction nerds such as myself. So it would be nice if the God Emperor of mankind came down from the sky and he said, hey, this is not the real Earth. There's actually another Earth called Holy Terra. And you, Connor, you are awesome enough that I'm going to give you a genetic gift where you become 8 to 10 foot tall, genetically engineered super warrior, and you will be biologically immortal and strong as shit, and your bones will be reinforced, and there's no poison that can hurt you or kill you. But in exchange for immortality, you have to go battle the horrors of the universe, including xenomorph-like creatures like the Tyranids, or the funnier but equally dangerous orcs, or the robotic Necrons, or the forces of chaos. You have to go battle these things, but I'm going to give you kick-ass power armor and a machine gun that fires miniature grenades / miniature missiles. That sounds like it kicks fucking ass. But that being said, in this universe, there are Titans, which are 100-meter tall walking war machines that can nuke you at any second. So as cool as you feel in your power armor, you're not even the closest thing to the most powerful thing. And as cool as that Titan is, there are warships the size of, like, you know, capital warships, the size of cities that can melt a Titan with a single blow. And so whatever awesome thing that you're imagining, there is another more awesome thing that can take you out. And so that is the appeal of this. And honestly, I'm going to go to the Warhammer community page now and see what they're talking about. Maybe it's just a re-release of the Horus Heresy stuff. Maybe they're just going to be re-releasing the model range in a slightly updated, you know, size. I don't care. This animation kicks so much rear end. Sorry for cussing if there's anybody who was younger who was watching this. But good Lord, do I love it. I miss the Luna Wolves. This is a son of Horus. So the Luna Wolves became the sons of Horus. They painted their armor like teal blue instead of the white. And that makes me sad. But even seeing the sons of Horus battling the Imperial Fist, the cool thing about this is no matter who you choose to ally with, you will always have something cool to do. So absolutely amazing. Absolutely love this animation. Love the quality of it. Feels smooth. Hope it's Siam Peterson or whoever who's doing it. And good God, do I love it. With that, let's get out of here. I appreciate you. Actually, we're not going to get out of here yet. I'm going to shout myself out. My name's Connor. I run this channel named Counterpoints. I break down Warhammer animations and Warhammer lore and all that kind of stuff in my Warhammer playlist. I break down science fiction and action movies, like currently working on Aliens. Already did Fury, already did End of Watch, already did Full Metal Jacket, and I do political debates. So if any of that content interests you, please go check it out. I want to get to 100K subs by 2024. That's a year and a half. I think we can do it, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if we could do it in the next, like, year, but I want to give us enough time, okay? 100K in the next year and a half, right? I also want to start making a living wage off of this so I can do it full time. If I could make 7K a month off of this, then I would be able to quit my job, support my family, and live a good life, and I want to do that. So if you just want to support me but you don't have any money, like this video, comment under this video, share this video, ring the bell so you see when we upload more content. If you want to do a donation, go to patreon.com/counterpoints. Patreon.com/counterpoints. Links are also below. You can become a monthly patron if my work interests you. If you don't want to make a monthly commitment, you can catch us live randomly throughout the week, but also you can catch us specifically live 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for a review of the Twitch and Twitter politics drama of the week, and also a one-on-one conversation or debate. So please support the channel however you can see fit. Thank you for being here. Thank you for checking out this video. Thank you for staying with me till the end. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.